And I'm gonna cut right here. All right, so this I'm gonna now stick into water. Hey there, back here from Pat here. In today's video, I'm gonna show you how you can take store-bought rosemary cuttings and actually regrow rosemary plants. So I've been running low on my rosemary in my garden. I use a lot of rosemary when I'm making my hair oils and my hair products. So I decided to do some new cuttings so I can make sure I never run out. So here I bought this pack of rosemary, and I actually bought these a couple weeks ago. So this is kind of getting a little bit old. Bought these 2 weeks ago, but some of them are still green. I stripped all the leaves off. All these leaves I'll use in my hair products and also use. Some of these leaves you see are darker, but they're fine. They're just dried. Same way as if you bought the rosemary and dried it. It started drying, so remove the leaves. You want to remove all the lower leaves. So for rosemary, you want to always use the fresh tips. So let me show you. These are the ones I already stripped. You can see the top parts of the rosemary stem is very soft. It's very supple. This is the green tip. This is the growing tip of the rosemary. These are the tips you want. There are some rosemary pieces that are more woody. You can see that's brown compared to this. You can see one is brown compared. You want to grow. The ones that are green are the ones that grow better. So you want to strip off all the lower leaves, and then you can grow it two ways. You can grow it either by putting it in a jar and waiting for roots to form. They'll form in several weeks, maybe close to a month, or you can grow it in soil. So let's strip this one together, and we'll do the next step. Stripping off all the lower leaves. Just leaving a couple leaves on top. You want it to focus on growing roots, not on keeping the leaves together. So I'm just leaving this very tip. This is probably like, I would say a 6-inch piece. And the bottom part, because it would have started drying up, I'm gonna take off a few of those leaf nodes. Hold on. Can you see those leaf nodes? Those leaf nodes can become leaf or roots. So right now we want roots. So I'm going to take off this bottom part that is drier. And oops. And I'm going to cut right here. Cutting right here. All right, so this I'm going to now stick into water. Another thing I've done in the past, you can use a piece of aloe vera, dip it in aloe vera if you're going to plant it directly in the ground. But today I'm going to root in water. Be sure that you keep the leaves out of the water. You don't want the leaves to start rotting. Just have the actual stem part in the water. And change the water every couple of days. And we'll see how this grows. Some will catch, some will grow, some won't grow. But guys, this is a good free way. All these are nice and green. I'm going to drop these in there. Ideally, I should have planted this probably the same day or within days of getting it. It's been 2 weeks now. Take off most of the leaves. Leave, I would say 5, 6, maybe 6 inches. And cut the bottom part off. So you cut off that dead part. Leave a few leaf nodes. Stick it in water or stick it in the soil. If you're going to stick it in the soil, keep the soil moist until you see the roots coming out through the bottom of the pot. Here, I'm just going to keep changing the water. If I have to travel, I would then transplant them into soil and make sure that soil is kept moist so that they don't rot. For the water, guys, make sure you change the water frequently. You don't want them to start rotting, because then they won't grow if they rot, if the stems rot. Keep the leaves out of the water. If you put it directly in soil, be sure that it's loose soil, well draining soil, and keep the soil moist until you see roots coming through the bottom. That's it. Place your jar by the kitchen window and watch them grow. If you see any that have died down, or if you see the water getting murky, guys, change the water at least every 2-3 days. If you see any dead, just pull them out and throw them away, because you don't want the dead ones, it start rotting and, you know, messing up the water. And guys, hey, you're not gonna, all of them aren't gonna grow. Some are gonna die, but that's fine. If we even get 2 or 3 out of this, guys, it's 2 or 3 free rosemary plants. I'll be planting these out into the garden in the spring. Probably keep them in small pots for now. If the roots form, the roots will probably form over the next month or so, and I'll pot them up at that time. Probably put them in the garden probably early spring. And all this rosemary, guys, none of this will go to waste. We're going to use some in our dishes. I'm going to use some in my hair oils. I'm also going to probably buy another backup pack of rosemary just in case these don't grow, since, as I said, these were actually bought 2 weeks ago, so they should have been planted fresher. But the water will wake it up. The water will wake it up. You can even put a little drop of rooting hormone or a little bit of aloe vera gel in there to help the rooting process. Normally I only use it in soil, but I have also put a little bit in the water, little aloe vera gel that helps to stimulate roots. All right, guys, that's it for the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Till next time, bye now.